Well, imagine a post-apocalyptic world. It's full of evil creatures, but there are also heroes who keep salt to keep the monsters away. Peter Ricq is the creator of the graphic novel Once Our Land, and the sequel is out soon. So great to meet you.
A pleasure to be here.
Vancouver-based, a very talented creative force.
You're too kind.
Out with your second book. It's a sequel to the first.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it.
It's a book that when I was 19 years old, I wrote the first part, and it was a very self-contained story where at the end, these monsters come to our world and just destroy everybody. And I found a publisher that wanted to publish it and said, I want 40 pages more because it's too short. So I was like, where am I going to take this end of the world story? And then I was like, well, let's make it post-apocalyptic 1830s. And then I thought that's never been done before. So it kind of came through that. The book did all right. It went through its 5th publication now. And so I decided to make a sequel, and 3 years later, finally finished it. Yeah.
And it's based in Germany.
It's based in Germany. It takes place 6 years after the first one, so I think it's 1836 or 38. I actually forgot. I mean, it says in the back. Yeah.
So are any of the themes that are in the book themes that are relatable to the world we see today?
Yeah, so I was talking to somebody about it, and so it's like a zombie movie where the monsters are there, but it's how we deal with a new world where there's new leaders and dictators show up, like bad dudes, and just like some leaders in the world are really, really bad and greedy and want to make the rich richer, and the poor like take advantage of people. So I deal a lot with that in the second book. So the monsters really, they're there, but the true monsters are these new humans who take advantage of the weaker and the poor. Yeah.
How is this resonating with fans of this genre?
I don't know yet because it hasn't really come out yet. It's in comics.
The first one. Though.
Oh, the first one did really well, and it's also a lot of kids like it because it's still for both. And it's the protagonist is in the first one is a 10-year-old girl who's based off my mom, a redhead. And she befriends a 52-year-old man, and they're like the only 2 survivors, and so they work together to defeat the monsters. So I think there's a lot of friendship, love, working together, not discriminating because you're just a girl, and just because you're a crazy old man doesn't mean that you can't be also helpful. So it's just like people working together. So I think that resonates with kids and adults, and also the whole monster Cthulhu Lovecraftian thing also has this niche, and the post-apocalyptic thing. I don't know about the Germany thing, but it seems to work.
And your mom, why did you base it on your mom? Tell me about that.
My mom's a badass.
Right on.
That's why. I knew she told me when I was really young that she could have been an athlete for the Olympics for Germany, and I was like oh, if it would have been her as a kid, maybe she could have been this this really tough cookie who even though she lost her parents and everybody she knew, she would still maybe survive a couple months with these creatures roaming the world.
So you're not just a graphic novelist, you're also in a band and creating these television shows and movies. What's it like to have such a creative brain?
I don't know. That's the only brain I know about. So I don't know what it'd be to live with another brain, but I like it. Sometimes it's frustrating because you have so many ideas and you're just trying to see everything through, and then sometimes it never pans out the way you want, depending on who your partner is, or if you don't have the time, or sometimes you have this vision and you just can't draw it out. Like, I think just for the book, the second one, I had a different vision, and when it was done, it was like, I guess that's what it is now. Yeah.
For people who are as talented as you, or who are just getting started even, who want to go into doing graphic novels, what advice do you have to young artists who do want to take this path?
Start with small projects and just do a bit of work every day, and it's okay to think about it, but actually putting something on paper or writing on the computer, that's actually how you get things done. And I have a lot of friends who they tell me, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school so I can be an artist. It's like, don't go to school. Just have a project and get a due date and just see it to the end. And don't hang out with your friends one weekend. And just if that is your passion, if that's what you want to do, like just make some sacrifices.
That's great advice for anybody in any career.
Yeah,
Start small and have a plan.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you
the
so
time
much.
with us
Yeah.
today.
Great.